Hey everyone, welcome back to the KenkoVibe podcast. I'm Ethan Reed, and I'm here to help you navigate the world of health and wellness.
And I'm Grace Morgan. I'll be breaking down the science so you can make informed decisions about your health.
And today we're doing a deep dive into weight loss.
That's right. We're going to be looking at some really interesting research on how to shed those pounds and keep them off for good.
So not just those fad diets that promise the world, but leave you feeling discouraged.
Exactly. We're talking about sustainable weight loss, the kind that becomes a part of your lifestyle.
Sounds good to me. So where do we start?
Well, both of the sources we're looking at today really emphasize the importance of setting realistic goals.
Okay, so what does that look like?
Well, think 1 to 2 pounds per week.
Really? I always thought faster weight loss was better.
You know, it might seem counterintuitive, but losing weight too quickly can actually backfire.
How so?
When you lose weight too quickly, your body can go into a bit of a panic mode.
Panic mode.
Yeah, think of it like this. Your body's used to a certain intake of calories, and when you drastically reduce that intake, it thinks, oh no, there's a famine.
So it starts holding on to everything it can.
Exactly. It starts breaking down muscle bone and even water instead of just burning fat.
So you're not actually losing the weight you want to lose.
Right. And you're also setting yourself up for some potential health problems down the road.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So slow and steady wins the race.
Exactly. It's about making gradual changes that you can stick with over time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, even losing 1 to 2 pounds a week takes a lot of commitment and motivation.
You're absolutely right. Motivation is key. And one of the best ways to stay motivated is to have a clear understanding of your why.
Your why.
Yeah. Why do you want to lose weight? What's driving you? Is it to improve your health? Boost your confidence? Have more energy?
So having that clear purpose in mind can help you stay focused.
Exactly. When you have a strong personal reason for wanting to lose weight, it's much easier to stick with those healthy habits.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we have our why figured out. We're committed to making gradual changes. But what about the actual process of losing weight? How does that work?
Well, it all starts with understanding your metabolism.
Okay, metabolism, that's the process that burns calories, right?
Exactly. And here's a really interesting thing. Drastically cutting your calorie intake can actually slow down your metabolism.
Wait, what? I always thought eating less meant losing weight faster.
It seems logical, right? But remember, your body goes into that panic mode when you suddenly deprive it of energy.
So it slows down everything to try to conserve energy.
Exactly. It's like putting your body in power-saving mode.
So starving yourself is actually counterproductive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about finding that sweet spot, eating enough to nourish your body while still creating a slight calorie deficit.
So we're not talking about drastic measures here. It's about making sustainable changes to our eating habits.
That's the key. And, you don't have to go it alone.
Right, support systems are so important.
Absolutely. Whether it's family, friends, a weight loss group, or even just one person who's been there, done that, having a support system can make a world of difference.
I think it's really helpful to have someone to talk to who understands what you're going through.
Definitely. They can provide encouragement, accountability, and maybe even some helpful tips.
What about technology? Are there any tools that can help us stay on track?
Oh, absolutely. There are tons of apps and food journals out there that can be super helpful.
I've heard of those. What do they do exactly?
Well, they basically allow you to track your food intake, your exercise, your sleep, even your water intake.
So it's like having a personal accountability buddy in your pocket.
Pretty much. It helps you stay mindful of your choices and identify any patterns or potential roadblocks.
Okay, so we've talked about setting realistic goals, understanding our metabolism, building a support system, and utilizing technology. Now let's get to the actual food we're putting into our bodies. Where do we begin?
One of the most important things you can do is become aware of your eating triggers.
Eating triggers. What are those?
Well, think about those situations or emotions that make you reach for unhealthy snacks or overeat.
Oh, like when I'm stressed or bored.
Exactly. Or maybe when you're watching TV or scrolling through social media.
I definitely do that. It's like mindless eating.
Exactly. So once you pinpoint those triggers, you can start to create healthier responses.
So instead of reaching for that bag of chips, I could go for a walk or call a friend.
Exactly. Or find a hobby that you enjoy, anything that helps you break that automatic pattern.
So it's about being more mindful of our choices.
Absolutely. And while we're on the subject of mindfulness, let's talk about portion control.
Okay, portion control.
Mhm.
I struggle with that sometimes. It's so easy to overeat, especially when you're at a restaurant.
I know, I feel you. There are a couple of things that can help. One is to really slow down and savor each bite.
Take your time. Enjoy the food.
Exactly. And another is to pay attention to your body's signals of fullness.
So stop eating when you're satisfied, not when you're stuffed.
Exactly. It takes practice, but it can make a big difference.
Okay, we're being mindful, we're managing portions, but what should we actually be putting on our plates? What does a balanced diet for weight loss look like?
Both of the sources we're looking at today emphasize the importance of a diet rich in protein, vegetables, and healthy fats.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
But can you break that down for us? What are some good examples of each?
Sure. So for protein, think lean meats like chicken breast and fish, or plant-based options like lentils and beans.
Those are all great sources of protein.
Yeah.
And what about veggies?
Veggies are your best friend when it comes to weight loss. Leafy greens, tomatoes, bell peppers, broccoli, they're all packed with nutrients and fiber, which helps keep you feeling full and satisfied.
And fiber is important for digestion too, right?
Absolutely. It keeps things moving smoothly.
Okay, so lots of protein, lots of veggies. What about those healthy fats?
Don't be afraid of healthy fats. They're actually good for you.
Really? I always thought we were supposed to avoid fat altogether.
That's a common misconception. Healthy fats, like those found in olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds, are beneficial for your heart health, and they can help you feel fuller for longer.
So which fats should we be avoiding?
You want to limit saturated and trans fats. Those are the ones that are found in processed foods, fried foods, and some animal products.
Okay, good to know. So protein, veggies, healthy fats.
Got it. Now, what about fasting? I've heard a lot about that lately as a weight loss strategy.
Yeah, fasting is definitely a hot topic right now, but it's important to distinguish between prolonged fasts, which can be dangerous, and intermittent fasting, which involves alternating periods of eating and fasting.
So like skipping breakfast and having your first meal at lunchtime.
Exactly. There's some promising research on intermittent fasting, but it's definitely not for everyone.
And it's crucial to talk to your doctor before trying any type of fasting, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if you have any underlying health conditions. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today, from setting realistic goals to understanding our metabolism to choosing the right foods. Now let's talk about exercise. It seems like that plays a pretty big role in weight loss.
You're absolutely right. Exercise is a key component of any successful weight loss journey.
But it can be intimidating for some people. What kind of exercise is best for weight loss?
One of the sources we looked at specifically recommends a combination of cardio and weight training.
So we're not just hitting the treadmill. We should be lifting some weights too.
Exactly. Cardio is great for burning calories and improving heart health. Think brisk walking, running, swimming, dancing, anything that gets your heart rate up.
And weight training helps build muscle, which in turn burns more calories.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
But before we all rush out to sign up for a marathon or join a CrossFit gym, I think it's important to reiterate that consulting a doctor before starting any new exercise program is key.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you're choosing activities that are safe and appropriate for your fitness level and any health conditions you may have.
Okay, good reminder. So we're eating right, we're moving our bodies. Anything else we should be doing to support our weight loss efforts?
Let's not forget about fiber.
Fiber. Yeah, I love fiber. It keeps me feeling full and satisfied.
You're right. Fiber is a superstar when it comes to weight management. It helps regulate blood sugar levels, promotes gut health, and can even aid in weight loss.
So where can we load up on this magical fiber?
You can find fiber in lots of delicious foods. Think whole grains like oats and brown rice fruits like berries and apples, veggies like broccoli, and Brussels sprouts and legumes like lentils and beans.
Okay, so basically all the good stuff.
Exactly. And don't forget about hydration.
Right, water is so important.
Staying hydrated can help reduce food intake and may even boost your metabolism.
And water is always a better choice than sugary drinks, which can really sabotage our weight loss goals.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've covered diet, exercise, fiber, hydration. Anything else?
I think we're missing one crucial piece of the puzzle. Bingo sleep. It seems like something we often overlook, but I have a feeling it plays a bigger role in weight loss than we realize.
You're absolutely right. Research shows that people who consistently get less than 7 hours of sleep per night tend to have a higher BMI.
Wow, so even if we're doing everything else right, skimping on sleep can really hinder our progress. Why is sleep so important for weight management?
When we're sleep deprived, our bodies produce more of the stress hormone cortisol, which can lead to increased appetite and cravings, especially for those sugary, high-fat comfort foods.
Oh, so it's not just about willpower. It's about giving our bodies the rest they need to function optimally.
Exactly. Sleep is when our bodies repair and regenerate, and it's crucial for hormonal balance, which plays a huge role in weight management.
That's incredible. It's amazing how interconnected all of these aspects of our health are.
It really is. Weight loss is not just about diet and exercise. It's about taking care of your whole self, mind, body, and spirit.
That's such a great reminder. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of part 1 of our weight loss deep dive.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from setting realistic goals to understanding the importance of sleep. Welcome back to the KenkoVibe podcast. We're jumping right back into our weight loss deep dive.
You know, it's amazing how much misinformation is out there about weight loss.
It really is. There are so many myths and misconceptions floating around.
It can be hard to know what to believe. So let's tackle some of those myths head on.
Okay, I'm game. What do you want to start with?
Let's talk about carbs. Are they really the enemy?
Oh, the poor carbs. They get such a bad rap.
I know. For years, we were told to avoid them at all costs.
But the truth is, carbs are an essential source of energy for your body.
So we shouldn't be cutting them out completely.
Exactly. It's all about choosing the right kinds of carbs.
Okay, so there are good carbs and bad carbs.
You got it. The bad carbs are the refined carbs like white bread pastries, sugary snacks. Those are the ones that can lead to weight gain.
And the good carbs?
Those are the complex carbs like whole grains, fruits, vegetables. They're packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and they digest more slowly, so they keep you feeling fuller for longer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So it's not about eliminating carbs altogether. It's about making smarter choices.
exactly. Now, what about fat? Another nutrient that's often demonized.
Yeah, for years we were told that fat was the enemy.
But just like carbs, not all fats are created equal.
So there are good fats and bad fats.
You got it. The bad fats are the saturated and trans fats. They're found in processed foods, fried foods, and some animal products, and they can raise your bad cholesterol and increase your risk of heart disease.
Okay, so those are the ones we want to limit. What about the good fats?
Healthy fats like those found in olive oil, avocados, nuts, fatty fish, those are actually beneficial for your health.
Really? I always thought we were supposed to avoid fat altogether.
Nope. Healthy fats can actually help lower your bad cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and even improve brain function.
Wow. So we should be embracing healthy fats, not fearing them.
Exactly. Now let's talk about another weight loss myth, skipping meals to cut calories.
Oh yeah, I've definitely tried that before.
And how did it work out for you?
Not so well. I always ended up feeling so hungry that I would overeat later.
That's a common problem. Skipping meals can actually backfire and lead to weight gain in the long run.
How so?
When you skip meals, your blood sugar levels drop, which can trigger intense cravings and lead to overeating later in the day.
So you end up eating more than you would have if you'd just eaten regular meals.
Exactly. Plus, skipping meals can slow down your metabolism, making it harder to lose weight in the long run.
So it's important to nourish our bodies with regular balanced meals.
Absolutely. Aim to eat every 3 to 4 hours to keep your blood sugar levels stable and your metabolism humming along.
Okay, now what about this idea that some people are just born with a slow metabolism and can't lose weight no matter what they do?
The metabolism myth.
Is there any truth to that?
While genetics do play a role in metabolism, it's not the whole story.
So even if we have a slower metabolism, we can still lose weight?
Absolutely. There are things you can do to boost your metabolism, like building muscle through strength training.
Because muscle burns more calories than fat, even at rest.
Exactly. And eating enough protein is also crucial for maintaining muscle mass.
Okay, so we're not doomed by our genes.
Not at all. Now let's talk about spot reduction. Can we really target fat loss in specific areas of our bodies?
Like doing a million crunches to get a six-pack.
I wish it were that easy. Unfortunately, you can't spot reduce fat.
So those endless crunches won't magically melt away belly fat.
They'll definitely strengthen your abdominal muscles, which is great, but they won't specifically target fat loss in that area.
So how does fat loss actually work?
When you create a calorie deficit through diet and exercise, your body starts to burn stored fat for energy.
But it doesn't pick and choose where it takes the fat from.
Exactly. Fat loss happens throughout your body, and genetics play a role in where you tend to lose it first.
So those crunches are still good for building strength, but we can't expect them to give us a six-pack overnight.
And that brings us to another important point, patience.
Patience. Oh yeah, that's a tough one.
I know. But it's so important when it comes to weight loss.
It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see results as quickly as you'd like.
Absolutely. But it's important to remember that weight loss is a journey, not a destination.
So we need to focus on making sustainable changes that we can stick with over time.
Exactly. It's about creating a lifestyle, not just a quick fix.
Okay, so we've busted some major weight loss myths. Now I want to talk about hormones. They seem to play a big role in weight loss, but it can be a confusing topic.
You're right. Hormones are powerful chemical messengers that regulate many bodily functions, including metabolism and appetite.
So if our hormones are out of whack, it can make it harder to lose weight.
Exactly. Hormonal imbalances can lead to increased hunger cravings and even fat storage.
So we're at the mercy of our hormones.
Not necessarily. There are things we can do to help balance our hormones naturally.
Okay, tell me more.
One of the most important things is to manage stress. When we're chronically stressed, our bodies produce cortisol, a hormone that can increase belly fat storage.
So finding healthy ways to manage stress, like exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, can help balance cortisol levels.
Exactly. And sleep is crucial too. When we don't get enough sleep, it can disrupt our hormone balance, leading to increased hunger and cravings.
So aiming for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night can make a big difference.
And we can't forget about the role of nutrition. Eating a balanced diet that includes plenty of protein, healthy fats, and fiber can help regulate hormones.
And avoiding processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive caffeine can also help keep hormones in check.
Exactly. It's all about making choices that support hormonal balance.
So while hormones can be a powerful force in weight loss, we're not powerless against them.
That's right. By making lifestyle changes that support hormonal health, we can regain control and achieve our weight loss goals.
All right, we're back for the final part of our weight loss deep dive.
And I feel like we've really covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, from the science to the myths to the practical tips.
But now it's time to bring it all together.
Right, because knowledge is great, but action is what really matters.
Exactly. So let's talk about how to make these changes stick. How to make weight loss a sustainable part of your life.
All right, so how do we do that?
Well, one of the most important things is setting realistic goals.
Okay, we touched on that earlier.
Yeah, remember, it's about making small, gradual changes that you can stick with over time.
So instead of trying to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight,
Exactly. Start with something manageable, like swapping sugary drinks for water,
or adding an extra serving of veggies to your meals,
or taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
those small changes can really add up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And another key to success is finding activities you genuinely enjoy.
Because if you hate running,
Don't force yourself to do it.
right, find something you actually look forward to, whether it's dancing, swimming, hiking, whatever gets you moving.
And the same goes for food.
It shouldn't feel like a chore.
Exactly. Experiment with different healthy recipes. Find meals that are both delicious and nutritious.
Because deprivation can actually backfire.
Absolutely. It can lead to cravings and overeating.
So it's all about finding that balance.
Exactly. And of course, patience is key.
Oh, yeah. Patience, that's a tough one.
I know. But it's so important. Weight loss is not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, plateaus, maybe even a few slip-ups along the way.
It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see results right away.
I know I've been there. But it's important to remember that every step you take towards a healthier lifestyle is a win.
And to celebrate those victories, no matter how small.
Exactly. Those small wins help keep you motivated. And speaking of motivation,
Yeah, that can be tough to maintain sometimes.
it really can. So it's important to find ways to stay inspired.
Like surrounding yourself with a supportive community.
Absolutely. Whether it's friends, family, a weight loss group, or even an online forum.
Having people to connect with who understand what you're going through can make a world of difference.
And don't forget about the power of positive self-talk.
Right, be your own cheerleader.
Exactly. Focus on your strengths, celebrate your progress, and be kind to yourself.
I love that. Because ultimately, you are in control of your journey.
And you are capable of achieving your goals.
Well said. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our weight loss deep dive.
It's been a pleasure exploring this topic with you.
We've covered a lot of ground, but we hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Remember, sustainable weight loss is about making healthy choices that you can stick with for the long haul.
It's about finding what works for you and your body.
And most importantly, it's about taking care of yourself.
Mind, body, and spirit. So thank you for joining us on this journey.
We hope you'll continue to tune in to the KenkoVibe podcast for more insights on health, wellness, and personal growth. I'm Grace Morgan.
And I'm Ethan Reed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this episode with your friends and family. We'll catch you on the next episode of the KenkoVibe podcast. Bye for now.